Good day, everyone. My name is Giselle Carpi Abellano, together with my co-reporter, Lady V. Lumahan. In this video, we're going to tackle about content language integrated learning. CLIL stands for Content and Language Integrated Learning. This means studying another subject, for example, science, history, or literature, and learning a language such as English at the same time, integrating the two subjects. The definition is broad because the integration can happen in many different ways. So, content language integrated learning, or CLIL, is an educational approach that aims to teach both a subject and a new language simultaneously. It is an innovative and effective method for language acquisition, often used in bilingual or multilingual education programs. The primary goal of CLIL is to help students develop proficiency in a second or foreign language while also acquiring knowledge in various areas such as science, history, or geography. Professor Du Coyle, who together with education researcher and author Dr. David Marsh coined the term CLIL, explains there isn't just one model. It can be a theme, it can be principles. You can spend a lot of time on this or a short time on this. So the fundamental principle of CLIL is that there is an integration between using language to learn and learning to use language through the development of content. How does CLIL work? The basis of CLIL is that content subjects are taught and learned in a language which is not the mother tongue of the learners. So in a CLIL program, specific subjects or content areas are chosen to be taught in the target language. These subjects can range from science and history to mathematics and art, depending on the goals of the program. Knowledge of the language becomes the means of learning content. This means that CLIL programs typically requires teachers who are proficient in the target language and have expertise in the chosen content area. These teachers should be able to facilitate both language learning and content understanding. Language is integrated into the broad curriculum. So, in language integration, the selected subjects are taught using the target language, and language is integrated into the curriculum. Students are exposed to academic content and language simultaneously. Learning is improved through increased motivation and the study of natural language seen in context. When learners are interested in a topic, they are motivated to acquire knowledge to communicate. Incorporating motivation and contextual learning into language education, as is done in CLIL, makes the learning experience more meaningful and enjoyable. Students are more likely to retain what they learn and become proficient in the language when they see it as a tool for engaging with their interests and the world around them. This approach not only promotes language acquisition but also fosters a deeper understanding of the subjects being studied. CLIL is based on language acquisition rather than enforced learning. Content Language Integrated Learning, or CLIL, is indeed based on language acquisition rather than enforced or rote learning, because CLIL is rooted in the principles of natural language acquisition, where learners acquire a new language in a similar way to how they acquired their first language, through exposure, meaningful communication, and contextual use. This approach stands in contrast to traditional language instructions methods that may focus on memorization and drills. CLIL is long-term learning. Students become academically proficient in English after 5 to 7 years in a good bilingual program. So, content language integrated learning, or CLIL, is often associated with long term language learning, and it typically takes several years for students to become academically proficient in a new language, such as English, within a well implemented bilingual or CLIL program.
So, good day, everyone. I am the second reporter, and now let's proceed to the next slide. language is seen in real life situation in which students can acquire the language. This is natural language development, which builds on other forms of learning. So language is seen in real life situation where students can acquire it naturally. This includes immersive experiences, classroom interactions, authentic text, multimedia resources, and informal social interaction. So, by engaging in such experiences, learners can build on their language development through observation, practice, and meaningful interaction with others. Next is fluency is more important than accuracy, and errors are a natural part of language learning. Learners develop the fluency in English by using English to communicate for a variety of purposes. So here in the fluency is considered more important because it allows learners to effectively communicate their ideas and thoughts in real-time conversations. So it focuses on the ability to convey messages and information effortlessly without being overly concerned about making mistakes. So fluency helps learners become more comfortable using the language and enables them to engage in meaningful interactions with others. And now let's proceed to advantages of CLIL. First is introduce the wider cultural context. So by immersing students in a broader cultural context, CLIL educators aim to develop students' intercultural competence, which is the ability to interact effectively and respectfully with individuals from different cultures. So second is prepare for internationalization. So it involves preparing students to function effectively in an increasingly interconnected world by developing their language skills, cultural awareness, and ability to navigate diverse cultural context. The fourth advantages is access international certification and enhance the school profile. So access international certification lies in the enhanced language proficiency, global competence, and increased school profile it offers. So by participating in CLIL programs and obtaining internationally recognized certifications, students can demonstrate their language skills, develop a global mindset, and contribute to their school's reputation as an institution that values international education. So next is improve overall specific language competence. So by improving language competence, individuals can express their thoughts and ideas more clearly and accurately, leading to better understanding and successful interaction with other. Next is prepare for future studies and or working life. So preparing for future studies and working life has numerous advantages that can greatly benefit individuals in their personal and professional development. Next is develop multilingual interest and attitudes. Developing multilingual interest and attitude offers numerous advantages in today's interconnected world. It not only enhances communication skills but also promotes cultural understanding, cognitive development, career opportunities, and personal growth. Next is diversity methods and forms of classroom teaching and learning. So, this comprehensive approach to education not only benefits individual students but also fosters a more tolerant and understanding society as a whole. Next is increase learner motivation. So when learners are motivated, they are more likely to actively participate in the learning process, set higher goals for themselves, and persevere uh, through challenges. And now let's proceed to what are the advantages of using CLIL materials. Many English language teachers worry about using CLIL materials because they feel they don't have the background knowledge of the subject. So one of the main concerns for teachers using CLIL materials is that they may not have the necessarily subject matter expertise to teach the content in English. So this can be particularly challenging for teachers who are not native English speakers or who have not studied the subject matter. So without a strong background in the subject matter, teachers may feel that they are unable to effectively convey the content to their students, leading to a lack of understanding and poor academic performance. And lastly, CLIL is that language teachers lack knowledge on the subject, while subject teachers have minimal knowledge of foreign language. So one of the disadvantage of CLIL is the potential lack of knowledge among language teachers and minimal foreign language proficiency among subject teachers. So this can lead to a less comprehensive understanding of the subject matter, difficulties in delivering content in a foreign language, and challenging in assessing students' comprehension. So, however, with appropriate training and support, these drawbacks can be mitigated and ensuring a more effective implementation of CLIL programs. So that's all. Thank you.